It's week 1 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the Jags and the Colts, and it's coming up next.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason, it's all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by an exciting athlete, 4th overall pick of the draft out of Florida, Anthony Richardson.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Richardson off the play fake. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Well, there you go, Charles. His first NFL pass, and it goes for a completion.
And you know that they thought about this before even calling the play, right? Let's get him his first completion. Let's get it out of the way because we expect bigger things from him going forward, but take care of the small stuff first.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So this, a great matchup here in Indy. You get a divisional game right out of the gate. Charles, what do you see in store for these two teams in 2023?
Indianapolis trying to get themselves reestablished as a playoff team, but they've kind of hit the reset button a little bit, while Jacksonville, coming off of a big finish in 2022, they believe they're the team to beat in the AFC South.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Richardson looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out in the 3rd year of a young career out of Alabama, it's Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Third and 4. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Now he can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Second and 10. Throwing Jones. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Jags are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Off play action, Richardson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Richardson on the bootleg here. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. QB sneak, Richardson, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Anthony Richardson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception. giving up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Jones on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake. Jones. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. A good pickup there, a 22.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Touchdown! David Njoku, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 62 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Richardson to the air on first down. That one caught by Rice. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well,
he's hit. He lost the football, put it on the carpet, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
we have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also drive of their own. They've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Second and short now following the fumble. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They go play action with Richardson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Now it's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
McCaffrey will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Extra point try now from Dicker. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. On the out route, he finds Hardman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to throw again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll look to throw again. Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He's got it. Just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Looking to throw. Jones feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Prater's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium. Houston on the road, taking on Baltimore. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. A touchdown pass there for Jalen Hurts. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Brandon Ayuk up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Jones to throw on second down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment to what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Play action. Now Richardson sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start. But boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making a connection.
Here's second and 2 now from the 3. Richardson looking to throw this. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Plain and simple. That's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars are looking good here. The season openers are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting. Even the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on first and 10. Back to throw. Jones. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything in the coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now it's second and 10. Again to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, hang on here a second. It looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, the medical staff checks on him and will step aside in this Week 1 contest. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So it looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
O'Donnell, he's on the punt as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. I guess I got to go without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we'd like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might make it on the end zone for a second and get home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he's happy when he is. He's already bought it all pretty in. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. They expected the power play up the middle coming out. And boy, were they right. That defense got down in a hurry and limited them to just a couple first down.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Richardson off play fake. This one cleans out Pierce. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up first. And we may be looking at the scoreboard this offensively not because they're showing no signs of backing down. Even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter, I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want victim to it themselves. First and 10, here's Richardson with it. They'll set up the screen for McCaffrey. A nice little screen to get 6 on first down.
Good call there, first down, Brandon. I'm getting better over the years. They're not screaming out screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wound up picking up positive yardage.
Second down and 4. Richardson. Open man right side is Rice. It'll be a pickup before good enough to be yet another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because you're running a drag route against zone. You're sometimes asking for trouble. You might run into a defender.
Yeah. Well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Richardson in the throw play action. The looming pressure right. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in Week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start Week 1, you and I both the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football. Will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he's the defense. There's an extra dynamic to his game.
77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
But they're getting ready to go to work now. Prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. Picked nice yardage, didn't he?
Now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. All together, pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10. Off play action, Richardson rolling to his right. And that's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our VCR players. Guys responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. That'll be caught by Rice. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pick and catch there to set up for their 1st and goal.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here. They look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Richardson going to change the play here.
Hey, check that.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Throwing Jones. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as the man is shaken up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. And that wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep this drive moving. Again, he'll drop to throw. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. Touchdown, Colts! Saquon Barkley, 32 yards. And the Colts get a bit closer. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go play action with Richardson. He finds Latavius Murray. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now Richardson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now it's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Ready.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Check.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Here we go.
Here's Mostert. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mostert is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
70 Rangers. Ready.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's not even going to get past the line of scrimmage. Brought down right at the 4. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Jones on 1st down. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. He's got the hook up with Diggs. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll look to throw again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And a nice gain at 21 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Here we go, get set.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Jacksonville, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.